my beautiful sweet friends, how you doing today? It's me, Sharita Jones, checking back in with another video. Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I wanted to start with a question. Have you ever felt like you're the one holding yourself back? Like there's something inside you that stops you from moving forward, even though you want this so badly. This feeling isn't just frustration, it's called self-sabotage. Today, we're going to dive deep into why we self-sabotage, how to recognize it, and most importantly, how to stop it. How do we stop this thing called self-sabotage? So what exactly is self-sabotage? Self-sabotage is when we get in our own way, whether we're conscious of it or not. It's when we know we want to pursue something, a goal, a dream, a relationship, but we find ourselves avoiding it or doubting ourselves or making excuses. And it's not just you, it's me. We all have done it. We're all guilty of it. It's everyone. Self-sabotage is a human experience that almost all of us encounter at some point. But why? Why would we stand in our own way? I like to tell you a story of a friend. I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine. Let's call him Mike. Mike was incredibly talented. He is, especially when it came to graphic design. He'd been designing things for friends and family for years, and he kept saying he wanted to start his own business. But every time Mike got close to launching his portfolio or accepting a client, he'd find a reason to stop. He'd say something like, "I'm not ready yet. I need to perfect my skills. I don't think anyone would pay for my work." This went on for years. His friends, his family, everybody, I encouraged him, telling him his work was amazing. But Mike couldn't see it. He just couldn't see it. You'll convince Mike, you say you could do this. He'll convince himself that he wasn't good enough. Mike was amazing. One day, another designer friend of ours sat him down and told him, "Mike, you're more than ready. You've got the skills, but you're letting your own fears hold you back." It was a wake-up call. He realized he was self-sabotaging out of fear of failure, and ironically, fear of success too. Finally, he decided to take the leap. He launched his portfolio and started accepting clients and is now doing what he loves. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for Mike, but overcoming that self-doubt opened a whole new world for him. Mike's story shows that sometimes the only thing standing in our way is us. We're the only ones standing in our way. When we push past that fear, we open ourselves to all the opportunities that we deserve. Looking back, I realized that the problem wasn't his lack of ability or even the circumstances. It was his mindset. Like Mike, we can hold ourselves back because of fear, being scared of failing, scared of not being enough, scared of stepping into the unknown. Maybe you felt this way too. Maybe there's a part of you that, despite wanting success, has also feared it. There's procrastination. We often put things off, often for tomorrow, then again tomorrow, then tomorrow, then we keep putting off. We tell ourselves we'll start when we're ready or inspired or motivated, but the day rarely comes. That day never comes. We want perfection. We're looking for perfection. Sometimes we want and we wait for things to be perfect before we begin. We say we'll launch, or I'll launch a business, I'll write a book, I'll start that project, only when we're not 100% ready, or we are going to be 100% ready. But sometimes that it never happens. If we wait for perfection, we'll be waiting forever. That never happens. So you just got to go for it. You negative self-talk, you do that one. That's a sneaky one. That is negative self-talk. It's the voice in our heads that whisper, "You're not good enough. You're not ready. You ain't gonna be ready. You need to get ready." The self-doubt can paralyze us before we even start. It does. It truly does, guys. And the question is, why do we self-sabotage? Let's talk about why we do this to ourselves. After all, self-sabotage isn't logical. So why does it happen? Why do we do it? Why does it happen? A lot of times I believe it's truly fear of failure. One of the biggest reasons is fear of failure. If we don't try, we can't fail. You have to try. This might protect our ego, but also stops us from growing. Sometimes it's fear of success, guys. Sometimes it's both. This one might surprise you, but sometimes we're afraid of what success might look like or what success might bring. Success can mean new responsibilities, higher expectation, or even leveling or leaving our comfort zone. Sometimes we don't want to leave our comfort zones. And when we leave our comfort zones, lastly, we say, "Oh God, I'm I want to do that. So then we self-sabotage, and it can keep us in a familiar territory, and we get comfortable where we were. Self-sabotage can keep us in a familiar territory. We get comfortable where we are, even if it's not where we want to be. So while self-sabotage protects us from immediate discomfort, it also keeps us from reaching our potential. So how do we stop self-sabotaging? Let's talk about solutions. How can we start overcoming self-sabotage? Here are some strategies that can make a big difference. Awareness. We can be aware, guys. The first step is to recognize when you're self-sabotaging yourself. Notice the moments when you start doubting. Notice the moments when you start avoiding. Just being aware of these moments is powerful because it gives you a chance to change. Challenge negative thoughts. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I can't, or I'm not ready, challenge it. Speak against it. Ask yourself, is this actually true? Replace those negative thoughts with something positive like, I'll give it a try. I can do this. Or progress is better than perfection. Take small steps. Instead of seeing a goal as big as one mountain to climb, break it into small, manageable steps. Doing this not only makes a task feel less overwhelming, but also builds your confidence along the way. Celebrate the small wins. Don't wait to reach the finish line to celebrate. Every step forward is worth recognizing. Celebrate small wins. Reinforce positive behavior and motivate you to keep going. So reinforce that behavior. Celebrate those small wins. It's important to remember that overcoming self-sabotage is a process. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes practice. But each time you push past self-imposed limit, you build the strength to keep going. So shift your mindset. Let's talk about the power of growth mindset. If you heard this term before, it means embracing mistakes and failures as a part of learning and growth. Instead of saying, I failed, try thinking, I learned. Each time you say that, each setback isn't an end, it's a lesson. By adopting a growth mindset, we start to view challenges and even mistakes differently. Mistakes don't define us, they're just part of the journey. This mindset helps us see self-sabotage for what it really is, a temporary setback, not a permanent roadblock. So guys, here's what I want you to take away from today. Self-sabotage is normal, it's human, but we have the power to change it. Each one of us can take a small step today to overcome self-sabotaging habits. Think about one area in your life where you feel like you're holding yourself back and commit to taking one positive action toward that goal. And remember, guys, you're capable of so much more than you might believe. The biggest obstacle between you and your potential isn't the world around you, it's you. Don't let self-sabotage keep you from becoming the person you're meant to be. What's the one self-sabotaging behavior you're ready to let go of? Thank you so much for listening, and here's to a future where we stand behind ourselves instead of in our own way. Get out of your own way, guys. Keep going. You got this. You can do this, guys. You are amazing. Thank you so much for liking, watching, commenting, and subscribing. I truly and sincerely appreciate you all so much. You are amazing. Love you lots, friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Bye for now, friends.